So baby, let me bring you a wish. Baby, I do it for you tonight.
Hey everybody, it's Malu, Beyonce, and
Debbie V.
We're back for our second episode of Oh Heck Nah, a Naked and Afraid podcast. I gotta admit, we had some technical difficulties our first show, which is to be expected, right, Debbie?
Yes, very.
But I just wanted to put it out there in the universe. It has nothing to do with that nasty message that we got from the person who told us to never do this effing podcast again.
No, nothing to do with them.
Nothing to do with them. We just had some technical difficulties. I'm still going to get it out, but I want to go ahead and go over show number 3. It was a little bit better than episode 1 and 2 just because we started to get some conflict, and I liked it. What did you think, Debbie? Better?
I thought so. Much better.
Much better. I was really worried about our podcast. I was like, we're not going to have any content because this show is effing boring. Oh, heck no. What have I started?
Oh, wait, like Wes said, I don't know, it was like right in the beginning, he says, this has got to be the worst idea I've ever had.
Yes, it was. Oh my God.
That was funny.
It was. And then, oh my gosh, yeah. I think everybody was just like, their first couple of days there, everybody was in shock and they didn't know what they got into. And we were right along with them. Yeah. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So let's get into the opening. They open the show and Rod's gone and it's Trish and Jeremy. And then they go show Waz, Jake, and Sarah. And Jake is freezing his balls off.
That's what he said.
Sarah's cold. Yeah, that's what he said. Sarah's cold. And they don't show Waz at all. And I was really disappointed. Thought that he was going to be one of my superstars, but it's okay. They go to Gabby, Kai, and Joe, and they're all snug as a bug and cute. And Joe pokes his little head out, and his face is super cute. And they say they're super warm. Joe's really still have my heart. He still has it.
Yeah, I think he stepped it up a little too.
Yes. But then wait, Debbie. We have our first oh heck nah moment of the show. There is a freaking cougar right outside Kai, Gabby, and Joe's shelter. And this is not editing because sometimes they edit stuff in. This is real. I mean, it's right outside their shelter. The show is super guilty of doing like fake editing. I think the noise that they had, like with the cougar growling, or whatever, that was fake. But him being out there was not fake. And I was like, oh heck no.
Yeah.
I mean, that was crazy.
I was like, did they got microphones in front of the animal as he's walking up to
Exactly. It sounded so fake.
Right.
But the thing about it is, they set up that camera outside, but I think at night they're alone. There's no cameraman around them. They set a camera, a still camera up there, and it's just static. It just records all throughout the night in night vision. So that's pretty scary.
I wonder. Yeah, I wondered.
We're going straight to Gabby, Kai, and Joe. The group is thriving. They're warm. Now, Joe's had some up and downs, but we expected that from Joe. Sorry, Joe, but we kind of knew you were going to have some up and downs.
We did, Joe. Okay.
So Kai and Gabby are outside, and they find the cat tracks from the night before. And I wonder, has the crew told them, you almost died last night because there was a big-ass cougar out there? Do they know?
It was big, too. I don't know. I'm like, is there anybody in like watching this, or like if they were to get attacked or something?
Right. Like, is it a live feed?
I think so.
I don't know. I hope it's a live feed.
Right.
I want to go ahead and take a little break here. I'm a member of like a super fan group. It's on Facebook, and it's called True Fans of Naked and Afraid and XL. I kind of stopped watching it this week because I felt like there were some spoilers in the group. And so I had to get out of it. It was kind of ruining my experience. I could ask them if it's a live feed, and maybe they can answer me. So that's a question I'm going to ask them this week. I'll put that on my to-do list, okay? I'll give it to the producer, which is Google Assistant. Anyway, we get back to the group that's almost, dead last night. She makes a point. She's like, hey, we got to make a plan. No one goes out by themselves unless they have a bow and arrow or 2 people, or one person stays in the shelter. Remember that part?
Yeah. Where did they get that bow and arrow?
Well, they brought it with them. Remember, they were allowed to bring an item.
Oh, okay. Okay, that was the group that did it.
Yes. So, but what I don't understand is, what's a bow and arrow going to do? I sound like Sam. What's a bow and arrow going to do, Debbie? If a cougar comes pouncing at you and you're out there by yourself, I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. I don't think they're that good of a shot. And plus, it would be scary as all get out. So I'm convinced that the cameraman has something on them, like a gun.
Has to.
Right?
Right.
I mean, there's no way I would do that. She just says we have to be, prepared. And then Kai goes out alone to go rabbit hunting. I'm like, what the heck? Why does she go alone rabbit hunting when Joe and Gabby are fishing? Makes no sense.
Mm-hmm. I thought that too. I got to see what's going to happen here. And then he started throwing rocks in the, I must have looked away for a minute and then I looked back and I'm like, he's throwing rocks in the water. No.
Oh, you thought he was trying to catch a fish? No, they were trying to break the ice.
They were trying to break the ice. I was like, okay. I wondered.
But you thought he was like trying to catch a fish with a rock. I wouldn't put it past Joe. Love you, Joe. You have my heart. But yeah, I can see why you thought that. I would like to point out Gabby was very close to the rabbits and she didn't get him. All right, but let's get to the meat of the episode, Debbie, which is the "Oh, Gabby" moment. Do you know what the "Oh, Gabby" moment is?
No. Tell me.
Okay. When Joe says, "Oh, Gabby," after she jumps in the water after the goddamn fish. Do you remember that?
I was like, oh my God, she just jumped in the freezing water. She said she didn't even think about it though.
I really hated that the cameraman like panned away to the water and didn't actually catch her like the lunge in.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that Joe's reaction was just like, "Oh, Gabby," like, "Oh God, what are you doing?"
So calmly. Yeah.
Yeah, and she's in the water. She's so cold and in shock. All she could say is like, "Over here." Like, "I'm over here," which obviously Joe can see she's over there. What she meant was, "Come help me get out of this freezing ass water," but all she could get out was "over here."
Yeah.
Now, she said it was a gut reaction.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this crazy girl just jumped in the water. However, I do have a story about this.
Okay.
Once when I was a reporter, when I was reporting, I went to a kids fishing day and it was for trout. So I know it was cooler times because trout have to have cooler water. And I'm there and this kid falls in the water, Debbie. I just lunge in the water. I just jump in like it was an Olympic pool. But the water was only like 2 feet deep. But I jumped in. The kid was going to drown. All the kid had to do was stand up and it would have been at their ankles. But just my gut reaction was, this is precious, what fell in the water. And I have to jump in with all of my life and just save this kid.
Right. Not even think about it.
And I looked really dumb. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. I looked so dumb jumping in the water. Oh my God. I mean, I probably got the kid more wet by falling and jumping in the water than it would have had I just put my hand out. Yeah,
like,
so
almost drowning him while you're trying to save him, kind of thing.
Yeah, so I completely understand Gabby's reaction. That fish is life to her. That's food.
Yeah.
And she saw it getting away, and her gut reaction was to jump in the water and save it. And I've had that same reaction. So you go, Gabby. You went all in. It was dumb, just like I look dumb, but you went all in, and I have to give you props.
Yes, I did. I gave her props too. And you got to think it's already day 5, and they haven't ate. They've hardly ate at all. Have they?
No. Oh, yeah, they had the watercress. Remember they had the watercress?
No. Okay.
I mean, there was a little of something. But I was watching another Naked and Afraid show where they were like, I highly suggest the Naked and Afraid diet because they're putting out all these calories and not eating anything. So that's why they lose all that crazy weight. But anyway, yeah, I could never do the Naked and Afraid diet. That's oh, heck no. I need to eat every day. I don't do the fasting.
I myself will look up this diet. Talking about
the Naked and Afraid diet. Let's go on Naked and Afraid. We'll do a fan challenge and lose 20 pounds.
Yeah.
So Joe is, Joe, he helps her back in the water. And listen, this is the first time I've seen Joe with a little bit of attitude. It might not have looked like it, but he was bothered that she jumped in the water. I think it scared him, as it should have. Mm-hmm. And I think he was a little pissed. He didn't even know what to say. He was like, let's just get back to the shelter. Scared.
Right. He was worried about her feet, or just getting cold, like, because she was
hypothermia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really liked that moment. He was a little bothered, but he expressed it in a good way.
That was sweet.
It was sweet.
But he's like, all right, let's go. We got to go.
The next day, they come back to the creek as a group together. They're all 3 together. and Kai loses the fish, and then Gabby catches the fish, and I'm so happy Gabby caught the fish because of her jumping in the water the day before. So you go, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, Joe. Joe's looking at Gabby catch the fish, and you can see him being so emotional, and he cries, and I don't understand why he looks that way. It didn't frustrate me, but I just don't understand.
At first, I didn't know either. Like, is he crying because he's about to eat, or he is super happy, or what? What was it?
I don't know, but they make fun of him for crying. So I don't know.
Poor guy.
I think that there's a savage inside of Joe, but he just has a way of showing that he's very caring, and I think that's important to him. Maybe because he wants to be showed that he cares.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of reminds me of a Sesame Street like cast member, like a puppet. Like he reminds me of someone the way he talks.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get me wrong, I love Sesame Street. Remember that Cookie Monster? C is for cookie. I mean, it's good enough for me. I love that show growing up.
Yeah.
But this is Naked and Afraid, not Sesame Street.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So I need you to step it up, Joe. I love you. You're great. Step it up. He cooked the fish and he did a good job.
Yeah. I was going to say, no survival skills really, but he did cook the fish.
Yeah. They get to day 7. They see a storm coming. So they go get firewood. And they're in their shelter, and they're so impressed because it's 46 degrees inside.
Oh.
And Kai is bragging about how great their shelter is, which is great, right?
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? That's it for their entire show. That's that group. Nothing, I mean, the oh, Gabby moment. Hang on, I got to say it right. Oh, Gabby. I mean, I just love that moment.
Oh, Gabby. Oh,
But
Gabby.
really, besides that, there was nothing else interesting in that group.
Mm-mm. No.
I mean, they're bad. I mean, they're the best group out there right now. That's what I think. What about you?
The Joe and Gabby group?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
I think they're the best group so far, but I think they had an advantage because their shelter was against the rock already.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't have to do as much. So they have a whole solid wall. So they're a little bit lucky. I'm going to go ahead and mention that. Y'all are cheating a little bit. I don't know why they got the wall, but they got the wall and they're being successful with it.
And they had the bobcat or the cougar?
Yes,
cougar?
the cougar.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
But that's the best group. Let's move on to the next group. Wes, Jermaine, a.k.a. the Black Cowboy, and Sarah. Now, I'm going to give you some timestamps, and because they're very important. We're going to get technical here,
Okay.
but stay with me, people. 8:32, and they're talking about the morning they need food. Because of Sarah, Jermaine and Wes have bounced back. Remember, they were throwing up and sick?
Yes. Yes, they were.
And she kind of took care of them, got the water, and Jermaine's doing a little confessional, and he sees a rabbit. They make a plan. We got to get the rabbit. It kind of reminded me of like Bugs Bunny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jermaine makes a snare. They set up a few. I think he said like maybe 2 or 3. And it's 1:36. Then they show him at the creek saying, hey, I think we should build a dam to try to catch some of these crawfish. Remember, this time is important. But before we go over the time, let's talk about this stupid little bridge that they try to make.
Oh my gosh. I was like, what is going on here? I didn't understand. What is it that was it that big that they had to make a bridge?
Yes, because remember when he first tries to knock a tree down, Jermaine, aka the Black Cowboy, he just like splits across the creek and he's almost falling. And Wes was like, I'm not ready. And they pull him over.
That's right.
Oh, I wanted him to fall in so bad. But his little splits, I give it to you, Jermaine. You held your own for those few seconds. But that little rickety bridge they built, the show plays scary music because if they wanted them to fall in, they were like, God, we hope these trees break because
I could have swore that one of them was going in.
it would have been great for the show.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
My thoughts exactly. I thought one of them was going in.
I wanted one of them to go in. I really did. Just for the show, for the sake of the podcast. Why couldn't one of you fall in? Jesus. All right. So they say that they've been outside the shelter for 1 hour and 6 minutes. And this is the longest they've been out. Now, Sarah's getting materials to start the fish trap while they're, going over rickety bridges and building this dam. Which, by the way, Their dam didn't seem that efficient to me. I was looking at the water. It still seemed like it was flowing. I don't know. I'm just here at my house drinking coffee, but it didn't look efficient to me. What about you?
No, not at all.
They show Sarah sitting outside, and she's beginning the fish trap. She has the vertical poles. She only has one horizontal tie at the top.
Yeah, the one she's making.
Yes. Then they go back to the guys, and they're done with the dam, and they come back in the shelter, and they show the fish trap. Jermaine complains that he could have had the fish trap done in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever. According to the timestamps, it was way too early for him to be complaining about the fish trap. I think something happened in editing. They're trying to make it look more dramatic or make it seem like it's taking her longer.
Oh.
Because they say it's now 4:04. They show Jermaine come out the shelter, and he kind of stands behind Sarah and looks over her shoulder to see the progress. And he makes this little condescending face. And the trap only has 2 horizontal pieces. There's no way that she only tied 2 straps in 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
2 hours would have passed.
I did not even notice that.
Oh, girl. I was doing a lot of rewinding, checking stuff, because I like my girl Sarah.
Very observant.
I do like her, but however, she does get on my nerves a little bit because he says, oh, I'm going to go check the rabbit traps. And she's like, oh, I'll go with. She tries to make a suggestion, and he has a good point. He's like, but you didn't see the size of the rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
So she's telling him they're way too big. Well, how would she know? She never saw the rabbit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then, girl, here's the oh heck no moment. Oh heck no moment coming up. Jermaine makes me so freaking fracking mad. I had to write this down. I had to type it up in my notes because I'm about to go hard on the black cowboy.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
So Sarah's telling him her suggestions on the rabbit traps. And he says, I kind of want to get the crawfish thing. I just want to get it done. For real. Do it. We got to get it done. Now, that's not what makes me mad. What makes me mad is that then he looks at the camera and he winks. Did you not see the wink?
Oh, I didn't. I didn't see the wink.
Okay, so he looks up at the camera and he winks.
Like he's messing with her?
No.
Trying to make her mad?
No, he does it. The way I took it is like, oh, I put her in her place and he's all big and bad for doing it. Like, we got to get it done. She's like, okay, I'll go work on the traps. And then he looks at the camera and he winks. It's just very pompous. Yeah, I put her in her place. Got that handled.
Like, oh, okay.
Like that. Got that handled.
Ew. No, that's not cool.
It is not cool, Debbie. And this is when we have the breakdown of communication in this group. Instead of just saying to Sarah, do you need help with the fish basket? I'm concerned with how long it's taking you.
Right.
You know, I think it's taking too long. He's passive aggressive and goes to a third party. He goes to Wes and says, taking her too long. And then Sarah goes to Wes and says Jermaine has a stick up his butt about something. I'm sure Wes knows what's going on, but he kind of cut away and he's just like, well, we haven't eaten in 5 days.
Yeah, everybody's cranky. You're still a team, though, you know? You still got to stick together. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And Wes has worked with Sarah before, so I was shocked. But I'm glad there's some drama. We finally have drama, Debbie. I'm so excited.
Finally.
Even though number 1 has not been put up of our podcast, I did predict this. I said Wes kind of has some savage in him because he was on that show where they banished people.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. You did say that.
I did predict it.
Mm-hmm. She did.
Yes. It's the next day. It's 12:54, and they're looking at the fish trap, and she's about 1/4 done with it. Jermaine says, if you give it to me, I will get it woven in. And Sarah's like, okay, oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I've had it.
And I think Wes says, we have to get it done. Let's just get it in. So Sarah's watching Jermaine. He's doing a horrible job. I mean, there are gaps in the basket, Debbie.
Of course. Mm-hmm. They can't have gaps.
No, I mean, because the crawfish will get out. She's like, hey, you got to keep it tight. He looks up at her and he like does this like smile like, yeah. And he's just so smug.
Cocky smile.
Cocky is the word, Debbie, you called it. It's a cocky smile, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. She's like, well, if you want me to take over, just let me know. And Jermaine says, do your thing. The only reason why I took over was to expedite. And then we have our first little argument. She raises her voice and she says it has to be done right. I went back and I freeze framed it and looked at his holes, and there's definitely some big gaps in there. They kind of get into it. He's like, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I liked it. I liked the conflict. I needed some conflict in this show. It wouldn't be Naked and Afraid without conflict.
Drama. We needed that.
But here's the critical part. Remember, I'm telling you, the show is doing some editing to make this look more juicier than what it is, because she says we can get it done faster if you help me with gathering materials. So maybe that's why it's taken her so long, because she's the only one getting the materials for the fish basket.
Oh, yeah. Save the day.
But then here comes our boy Wes. He says, do you remember what he says?
No.
He says, I'll tell you what. Hang on, I got to change my voice, because he does it in like a King of the Hill voice, and I don't know where he's from, but it was totally King of the Hill voice. He's like, I'll tell you what, that goddamn fish basket better be done tomorrow. That goddamn fish basket. Now, do you remember?
Like, is it like Louisiana? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know where he's from. I know King of the Hill was in Texas, and I don't think he's from Texas. But anyway, that was the whole controversy of their group. The storm's coming. They're like, if we don't fortify our shelter, we're going to be in a heck of a lot of trouble, right?
Yeah. The
Black Cowboy and Wes are, trying to keep the fire from going out, and they don't show Sarah at all.
Mm-mm.
And I was like, well, where's Sarah? I know she's in the shelter, but somehow they didn't show her. When the rain was going on. They don't show her. They don't show her, and we don't hear her voice, which I thought was kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing her.
And that's it for that group. In Gabby's group, we have Gabby being the hero and jumping in the water. And in this group, we have controversy. So we're getting somewhere, right? It's building up. It's building up. Yeah. Let's get to the next team, which I have named, Debbie, Team Jazz, which is Jake, Sarah, and Waz. You like it, Jazz?
Yes. I like it.
They opened up. Remember, I thought this was going to be the most entertaining group because of Jake and his lovely voice. Of course, they opened it with Jake talking about him not being a toe scientist, but he decides that his toe is healing. They show his toe, and it was nasty.
I didn't think it was healing, but I guess it looks better than what it used to.
Well, his dad was a toe scientist, Debbie, so he knows a lot about toes.
I did catch that one, yeah. Toe scientist. I was like, okay.
He's just joking. He's joking, but I like it. It was entertaining.
Yeah.
They go back down to their dam. It's not working. Waz and Jake decide to get into the dam to throw some rocks. But they decide to build a fire first, which is very smart. Jake's like, oh, we're going to have a swimming party. And I did not notice this before, but as they're walking, they strip off their pelts. Jake has a dang nice body.
Yeah.
Oh, girl. His body is nice.
Wait, is that when they were going into where were they going?
They were going into the water to throw the rock.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I was like, what's going on?
And they took off their pelts.
I wasn't paying attention to what they were doing. I was just,
looking at his bodies, right?
I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm not attracted to Jake, but his body is sexy, and I know a lot of people are attracted to him. Waz, on the other hand, he has a little love handles, his little love pooch, but I like it. You're still sexy, Waz. Number 1 on my list.
Yeah.
Okay, here's something kind of funny. I think this proves how good of friends and how strong their team is. Before they get in the water, Jake clearly says, try to avoid splashing me. But Waz splashes him over and over. Jake kind of laughs it off.
Yeah.
But if that was me or another 2 guys, I think they might have got pissed.
Yeah, I think so too. They do good together.
Yeah. Do you think Waz was doing it on purpose?
No, I don't think so. Because I think they thought like to not make. Well, I don't know how you can make it not make it more cold or to not get wet. I don't know. Maybe he was. Maybe he was doing it on purpose.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty funny. Sarah, the one we always forget, she goes off to get some prickly pear, and she finds prickly pear, but it's kind of boring.
Yeah, that's it.
Right? I mean, like, that was pretty much it for them.
Yeah, nothing there really.
Nothing there. The only part of them the entire show was seeing them take those pelts off.
Oh, did they have the moose?
No.
Who had the most? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that was it. That was it for them. Taking the pelts off and them eating some prickly pear. That was it for the entire show. They're worried about the rain too.
Well,
That's it.
they were entertaining. It was entertaining.
But yeah, for a short portion of the show.
Right.
Oh my gosh. So, okay, so let's recap. They're the entertaining group. Jazz is the entertaining group. I like it. Then we go to Trish and Jeremy.
Mhm.
It's the morning time, Rod's gone, Jeremy's leaving, and Trish says, well, I'll have the fire ready for you when you get back. She's really putting an effort into being a team player.
Mm-hmm. I did. When she first said it's harder when you realize, there's one of your teammates gone. You got to step it up, a little bit. And I think she does. Were you going to say no?
She's like, oh, I really want to help out because of my last challenge. So that means that she's putting the extra effort in. I think she knows she looks bad.
Oh, I see. I see what you mean. Yeah.
I was kind of impressed because she was in there making those flies for fishing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was impressed. I don't know how to do that. My Uncle Wally does that, and I know it takes some skill, so she has some skill.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I didn't even know what she was making.
But Jeremy's the one, because no one cares, but Jeremy's the one out actually hunting. He's out there for like an hour and 42 minutes. He misses.
Yeah.
And I think people are going to make fun of him because he was so close to that darn bird and he missed it.
He was trying. He was giving his best.
It's hard not to love Jeremy, but I think some of his Louisiana home folks are going to make fun of him.
Probably. Oh.
And he didn't come back with no sexy response this time. He was just like, yeah, that's frustrating.
He was probably frustrated.
But he's the one who came across the moose.
Oh, yeah, he was. Okay.
Hang on, y'all can't see this, but Debbie looked around her like, is there a moose in my office? What were you looking for?
No. Is there a moose?
There's not a moose.
Oh,
she literally looked around.
Funny.
Oh my God, I wish y'all could see this on video. As we get better, we might actually start releasing some of our videos because it's kind of hilarious. I think we should make a pact, Debbie. After we get like 10,000 listens, we should do the video in bikinis and act like we're naked and afraid or something.
Oh.
If we get like 10,000 likes.
Yeah, great idea.
Well, think about it, but we're nowhere near there. And if this show doesn't get any better, I know we're not going to get 10,000 likes because it's still kind of boring. They talk about not being 3, which you were just talking about. You were like, it's harder because there's only 2 of them. However, Wes's team, they all went out together. And Jazz's team, which is, they all went out together. Remember, she went to go look for prickly pear, and they're out getting in the water, splashing around. Trish makes the point that there's only 2 of them, but it doesn't really matter. She still needs to go out and do stuff. And their shelter is still not closed up.
They're gonna freeze. They're like, I was like, I don't even know how they're doing it.
Yeah, they show it, and there's still like 2 feet of just open space.
Yeah, they do.
Trish is making excuses about them only being 2. They need to close up their shelter. I don't know any other way to say that. And that's it. That's it for their group. It's really boring. They have nothing going on whatsoever.
Yeah, nothing spectacular in that group.
They show Jeremy fail. They show Trish not doing much. And that's it. And guess what? That's the end of the show, Debbie. All the groups are complaining or talking about how they're scared of the rain. It starts raining. Every group ends on like, I don't know if we'll make it through the night. So that's it. So now it's time for the ratings. They give their ratings. We're going to give our ratings, which is YGT, which means what, Debbie?
You gonna tap.
That's right. Our own ratings that we came up with. Let's go to Gabby, Kai, and Joe's team. They already ate. They got protein, and they're freaking warm in their shelter. And it's pretty tight. So what do you think?
I think they're good right now, honestly.
I think they're good right now, too. But I think I see some foreshadowing. I know somebody has to go home if it rains. So we have Team Jazz, which is Jake, Waz, and Sarah. How do you think they're doing?
I think they're still in it. I think they're okay.
You're not worried about his foot?
Oh, his foot. That's right. Well, he claims it's healing. He claims it is.
Why don't they put a Band-Aid on it? And I don't mean a real Band-Aid. I'm not stupid. I know that I'm just a person at home looking. But couldn't they take some pelt and like put a little strip and tie it up, or find some leaves or something and tie it up?
Right. You're right. Mm-hmm.
God, I'm smart. Jeez Louise.
We need to wrap this. Yeah, you'd be on it.
Yeah, so I don't know about them. I think, it all depends on the rain. I really don't know. But Jake, Waz, and Sarah, they're our entertaining group, and I don't want anyone to go home, especially Jake, because if he goes home, I don't know how Waz and Sarah are gonna be entertaining at all.
Yeah.
So you better not tap.
And then there was the Black Cowboy.
Wes and Sarah, yeah. What about them?
Huh.
They're fighting. They're our fighting group. They're our conflict group. I love it.
I would have to say Wes. You don't think so?
I don't know. I just think, I don't know, Debbie. I have no predictions.
Or Sarah?
I want them all to stay.
Yeah.
So they can fight. We need, Wes, Jermaine, Sarah, we need you to tough it out through the snowstorm, the rainstorm, because we need you to stay because you're the only interesting, conflicting group right now, and we need our podcast to work. Yeah?
Yes. Yes, that's why you need to stay.
Now let's talk to Trish and Jeremy. They went down to 31% according to their rating.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to give them a YGT 100% if it rains because their shelter is not closed at all.
Yeah, I think they'll be one of the first ones to tap. And I don't see how they can not do that together. Like, who's going to want to be by themselves? If, one of them wants to tap, don't you think?
Jeremy would not let her tap without him tapping.
Right.
Because on his first episode, remember they tapped together, they went in as a team, they left as a team, and I think he would do the same thing. And if it does snow and rain, he's very sweet. They're definitely tapping.
I think so.
So any other predictions?
No, I gotta give it to them all. Today we were out and it got just like 70 degrees. I was freezing.
Oh my God.
Well, because it's, been like high 80s into the 90s, and it was just a shift change. And I was like, ooh, and all I could think about was all these people. I'm like, they're freezing out there. And I was like, I'm freezing out here. Yeah, my heart goes out to
them. Know, right? Yeah, your heart should go out to them because they're freaking cold. And it's something that, as us being at home, what they're doing is freaking amazing because it is freezing out there.
Yeah.
It's freezing.
Yeah, this is a tough one. Mm-hmm.
But 70 degrees, Debbie, give me a break. You're making us look really wussy right now.
Oh, I felt terrible. Like, I can't. I'm like, I gotta suck it up. And I was like, yeah.
Well, they say shivering. They gave a fact on the show, and I wish I could remember it. They said that shivering burns 25% more calories than an hour of working out.
I think I did hear that. I have heard that before too.
So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna put my air down tonight and shiver. I'm going to a wedding, and I need to fit into my dress.
Yeah, start shivering.
We're learning so much. So we want to thank everybody for listening to the podcast. It will get better, and hopefully the show will get better, right, Debbie?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, more drama, more to talk about.
That's right. We need some drama up in here, but Gabby, do not jump in any more water.
No. Joe, keep it together. I hope they go back over that bridge. I can't wait to find out about the crawfish trap because when they were shoring up the shelter, when they were getting ready for the storm, I looked and I rewound and I looked. They never show the crawfish trap again. So I wonder where her progress is on it. Oh, hopefully they do. I was like very interested in that too. I was like, I want to see how this thing works.
Yeah, so I'm really interested in it.
Interesting.
Well, I hope it's more like her trap is done. It's in your face, Jermaine. I caught crawfish and you didn't catch no rabbits. That's what I hope.
Yeah.
Because your little smug face is getting on my nerves. So Jermaine, Black Cowboy, you are on my list.
Hey, he's been on your list. He's been on your list.
Not that it means anything. Not that he cares one iota.
Okay.
We want to thank Sosa Baby for our theme song.
Yes, thank you, Sosa.
And our producers, which is Google Assistant. And hopefully we'll be back next week. And to that person who gave us that nasty message, thank you for motivating us, right?
Thank you for the motivation. Yes, thank you.
We just want to give a little quick reminder at the end of our show that we realize that these are real people with real lives, and this is for entertainment purposes only. We are not judging you to the core of your being. We just looking at a little snippet of your life that you gave us, and we thank you for that gift and allow us to judge you up and down.
Yes, thank you.
I'm out.
Peace out.
So baby, let me bring you a wish. Let me do it. Baby, I do it for you tonight. I'm lit, you lit. We lit. Look me in the eyes when I'm talking to you.